We'll be getting started in just a second. And we should be live on Facebook. What's going on, everybody? Happy New Year. I'm Sami Abasad, Director of Education at T3 Live. Hope you're doing well. We're going to do what we always do, which is go over the market and go over some swing ideas for next week. But before we start, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss is for educational purposes only. So make sure you agree to that before proceeding with today's video. If you'd like to download a copy of my free ebook, link for that is in the description below the video. If you find benefit in today's video and you'd like to help support the T3 Live channel, please be sure to hit the like button. Let's now get started. We're going to take a look at the market and then we'll go over some swing ideas for Monday. First, the market. That was an incredibly bullish move by the market. I took last week off, so I kind of missed out on some of the action probably. I don't really know what I missed out on or not, because I did take last week off. And I hope you took some time off also for the holidays. But at any rate, so that was a pretty bullish move. And now the market started to look a little lower. I'm not saying the market is bearish. I was 2 weeks ago when it was just about ready to break that weekly trend, or so it felt. So I was thinking the market was going to break down, but it obviously didn't. It got bought. Right now, the market is really, really bullish, but at the moment, looks like it could pull in for a day or two before it starts to go back up. Overall, the market is bullish, but at the moment, I'm not sure that it's ready to go back up, especially the SPY. The SPY looks a little lower. Look at the hourly chart. Looks like it could come into 472. So we'll see. I'm not sure. Overall bullish, but we might see a day or two worth of pulling back. Okay, so that's the market. Now on to the swing ideas that I like for Monday, January 3rd. I like CYH. You might look at the daily chart and say, hey, what do you like about it? And you would be right. I don't like it that much on the daily, but if you look at the weekly, that's a pretty nice weekly buy setup, plus a 1, 2, 3 setup right here. So I like it over 1380 by about 1310 long, and target about 16 bucks. Okay, on the CYH. Ford looks higher. I like it over this base right here, which is 2110, 2106, but I'd give it to 2110 with a stop under 2045. Okay, on Ford. INVZ. Daily again doesn't look so hot. If you look at the weekly, it looks much better. I wish that the 20 MA was a little more, pointing up a little bit more, had curled a little bit, but I still think it's worth a shot over 650. Yeah, 651. Stop under 577 and target is about 8 bucks on the INVZ. LAUR is an hourly daily base breakout. That's the hourly chart on the left right here. So over the base, stop under Friday's low, which is 1189. So again, over the base, not sure what the high is. That's 1242. Stop, I would put it under 1189 and target about $14. Okay, on the LAUR. PIRS is a monthly buy setup, so I like it a lot, and has a 1, 2, 3 on the daily. This is not a great setup on the daily, but I like the monthly, that I think it's worth a shot over 4 if it takes out $4 with a stop under 373, and target 1 would be about 5 bucks, slightly under 5, so about 490. So again, 1, 2, 3 on the daily, monthly buy setup. SGRY, I feel like I missed out on it already, the monthly buy setup, but it does have a weekly 1, 2, 3. So long over 55.60 with a stop under 52.18, and target is the prior pivot high. So about 69.50. The surgery on the monthly chart reminds me of the MU, which is an open position in the Strategic Swing Trader newsletter. It reminds me also of the IBKR, which already closed out of one lot and is still an open position. You see that monthly buy setup, and then boom, big pop, monthly buy setup. Should already be in it from here once it took out the last bar's high, 46 bucks, 45.95. But I think it's still okay to jump in on it if it takes out 55.60. Okay, if it clears 55.60. Last but not least is the TRHC, which has a transition A buy setup on the daily chart. I like it over 1523 with a stop under 1360, and I'm not quite sure what the target would be on this one. I would say the 20 MA on the weekly around $20. So I like it again over 1525 or so. Okay, stop under 1374 and target about 20 bucks. All these plays need to trigger, meaning they need to reach that entry point that I'm mentioning here in the video. Okay, and if you're a subscriber to the newsletter, it has already been updated, ready for you to take a look at it, and can feel free to put in orders if you want to follow along. But feel free to again log on to your account and see which plays I picked for tomorrow, for Monday. Today is Saturday, for Monday. The shorts, not as good of a list, but here's what we got. We got ALDX as an hourly base breakdown. So under the base right here, stop above it. Okay, so it would be under 394 with the stop over 423 and the target, the prior low, around 336. Okay, that's the ALDX. CTMX, liked a lot. It's a daily sell setup, igniting gap down and a rally and a sell setup. So short under 422, stop over 457, or one can also use the lower high, which is 445 as the stop, and target is the prior low. So I like the CTMX, as I said, short if it breaks under 422. MDT is another daily sell setup. It already triggered, but I wasn't trading last week, so I didn't see it. It still is not too late, I think, under Friday's low, which is 103.44. Stop over the green bar's high, 105.60. Target the prior pivot low. Okay, it's a sell setup. RKLY is an hourly base breakdown. I like it a lot on the daily. The hourly, the 20 period moving average, that blue line, is going through the going through price. I like it when the 20 MA on the hourly is just above price, not going through it. So I don't think this is quite ready yet, but I really like it on the daily chart under the base with a stop above it. This might be at all-time low, and if so, then there's no target, no predetermined target. Yeah, it's at all-time low, so there's no way to figure out what the target is. Okay, now I'm trying to go back to the daily chart. Here we go, and then take a look at the last one, which is VGR. VGR gap down on Thursday. Wow, what a big gap down and a sell-off. Powerful gap down, gapped under all that support, right? Every single person that bought it over 13 bucks basically woke up on Thursday and was underwater, was losing money, trapped. So they sold it, and it dropped some more. A lot of people think, oh, this is a 40% gap, 50% gap, whatever, however much it is. 70% gap. You still want to short it? Yes. Okay. It depends on what the stock did prior to the gap, right? If it was actually moving up prior to the gap, then even if it's a 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% gap, it should be looked at as a short opportunity. As you can see, the stock was moving up prior to the gap. Now, if the gap down happened after this sell-off, see that big sell-off right here? And then let's say we had, over here. And let's say we had a big gap down after these multiple red bars in a row, then no, it would be more of a long opportunity, or after this sell-off, which was even bigger. This big sell-off and then a 20, 30, 40% gap down, then it would be more of a long opportunity, a gap fade. At any rate, since this was a professional igniting gap down, I like it short as a 1, 2, 3, with the entry being under 1120, stop over 1160. I don't like it when the first bar is absolutely humongous when I'm doing a 1, 2, 3 play. A 1, 2, 3 play is when you have an igniting bar, a narrow range resting bar, and then a continuation bar that takes out the bar number 2, that takes out the low of bar number 2. So I don't like it when the first bar is too big, because it often does not end up following through. But in this case, I think this was a powerful gap that if it takes out 1120, I think it will follow through. At any rate, again, if you're a subscriber, feel free to see which ones I picked for Monday. And if you'd like to be a subscriber, make sure to click on the link in the description of the video. You'll see that you can try out the newsletter for just 30 days for 49 bucks, and then cancel if you don't like it, or renew on a month-to-month basis after that. Okay. With that said, hope you've had a great New Year's Eve celebration, and wishing you all the best in the new year. Thank you so much, and I will be speaking to you soon. Take care, everybody. Ciao.